sacrifices, play this game. I done prayed that my life would never be the same. I done prayed that I would make it bring glory to my name.
We live.
We are
Back at it again. I got my boy Jerry.
My man, Finis. Yes, sir.
All right, another episode of Strib. We got another sneakerhead in the building. So just man, give him a little introduction, man.
Well, my name is Jerry. I am from Brownsville. I've been living here in San Antonio for about 4 years now. Been just chilling. I work at Shoe Palace right now. I originally started there last year. I'm actually the longest tenured La Cantera Shoe Palace employee. I'm an assistant manager there now. Just chilling. Only reason I even started there is I got back surgery. So that's the real reason I even started there.
Tell that story. If you're comfortable.
Oh, I'm down. Yeah, I'm in a little bit of pain right now. Actually, I don't know what's been going on lately, but so basically, I had 2 herniated discs in my lower back. I got into a car accident at the end of 2020. Was feeling pain in my leg for several months. Those first few months were probably the worst part of my life by far.
Really?
By far. Like there's no shot like that. Anything else could top that. The amount of pain I was in every single second of the day is just, you can't even fathom it. Like you can't even put the words together to explain all of it. So I remember around January after that, I was in a lot of pain, so I started going to different doctors, and then they sent me to get a spinal injection, and that was a little scary for sure. I mean, a big old needle going to your spine, that's sketch for sure. And then I went through that, and then I was feeling okay for about a week and a half. After that, the pain was back to normal. Couldn't walk still. Was trying to, and that's when at the time I was serving at Kona Grill at La Cantera. I had already been there for 2 years, and so I had to really kind of cut my hours because I couldn't even stand on my feet. Couldn't even wash dishes. Couldn't put my clothes away at home. Couldn't really do very much at all. And so I started cutting my hours or whatever, and I just started door dashing a ton. But then you're just sitting in the car all day, and I don't like that. I don't like that something that's inconvenient or not consistent. So I was like, you know what? Let me look for a different job, a part-time job, see what's up. And then at that time, I had already been collecting shoes. I had loved shoes, and before my back problem, actually that first accident, I was in Dallas. I was in Dallas because I was collecting vintage clothes from around the city. I was buying shoes because at the time I wanted to open up my own store. I wanted to have my own personal pre-sale shop, but also wanted to redo and redesign vintage clothes on my own. Right. So that's what my whole goal was, and then things just started happening, life started happening, and that kind of went out the window. So I couldn't do that very often. So I was like, well, I need a new job. Let me figure out what I can do to make my life easier for right now. So I got the job at Shoe Palace. I went to the interview with Justin. And you met Justin, right? With Justin, manager from England. No.
Hispanic?
He's from Ingram Mall. He was there that one time that Finis. Not Finis.
Yeah, that me.
That Paul had kidney stones.
Oh, that was just yeah.
Okay, so Justin, he's the one that hired me. During the interview, he was like, "Well, you're really qualified for the position. I had already been a manager at a different restaurant before, so he was like, how would you feel about being a sales lead?" And I was like, "Well, I'm down. It's just I can't walk right now." So I was like, I can't really do much. I don't want to commit to full time when I can't even work full time or much less anything really. So he was like, all right, well, let's let me send you to another interview. Went to the second interview, and I was with Thomas there at North Star at the time. Went over there, he hired me for sure, and then I had to be a part-timer because I couldn't do the full-time hours because of my back. And so I did that for a little while. Actually, for less than a month. You even get to see me crazy. That first week of me working for Shoe Palace, I get into my second car accident.
How many cars?
2 accidents. Okay. So one's in November of 2020. The second one's in June of 2020. Dude, even crazier. That day that I get into that car accident, I'm leaving the doctor's office, going home, and I'm finding out that I'm about to get surgery.
From my first accident,
from me being in pain from those 7 months from November to fucking May. all that time, I'm in unbearable pain, can't walk, can't do anything, like, and losing a lot of people in my life that I thought would be there for me. Losing like the support group that I thought that I had, but really didn't. And at the time, it was making me lose my mind. I was like losing a lot of my life, and it's pretty tragic, bro.
Yeah,
it was really tough. It's so tough. And so, I mean, things happen for a reason. Like I said, like with that second accident, I'm literally leaving my doctor's office, finding out that I'm about to get surgery. I'm on the phone with my mom too, on the car. Like I'm not like on the phone, but like I'm hands free. And then I'm on 410 or whatever, and then a company truck slams into the back of my car. My brand new car that I had just gotten from the first accident. Literally slams into that fucking car.
Is that a different car than what you have now?
Yeah. So I had a 2018 Honda Elantra. It was like a beige color. I crashed it out in Dallas. So I got a 2021 Honda Elantra that's the same color as the one I have right now. I had that one from January to June, and in June is when they fucking totaled it. So I lost my brand new car that I had just gotten from my original fucking accident, was going through all these problems, and then this happens.
Right.
And I remember it happening, and I was like, dude, this is the worst like thing possible. I was like, I literally just found out that I'm about to have surgery. Like, this is like, I don't know what the fuck to do. So the next day, my dad actually calls me. And I really don't talk to my dad very often, but it just so happened he calls me. Like, hey, bro, how you been? I don't know what. I was like, oh, got into another car accident. Like, I'm in a lot more pain now. He's like, what? Like, what happened? I told him the whole story. And I told him it was a company truck. He's like, oh, you know, you can get a lawyer for that. So that's what we did. And then as soon as we got that going, they kind of just essentially sent me to get surgery. Because I told them, I was like, I'm not going to go through the process again of going to physical therapy, getting spinal injections, and then getting an MRI, and then getting surgery. By that time, that's a whole other year. Yeah. That's a whole other year. I was like, I've already been through this. I was like, I literally am coming to the end of it, and then this happens. They're like, oh, okay, well, like, we understand. So I got my surgery last year, 6 days before my birthday in July 13th. So for 2 weeks, I was in a back brace, couldn't walk. My mom had to be there for me with me for 2 weeks, like here in San Antonio. Was in a back brace. After that, I went back home to Brownsville for a month, did the rest of my recovery down there. Came back, the first day back, I come to Shoe Palace, and I get promoted to sales lead. The very first day. The very first day I come back. Because Gilroy's there, and I don't know who else is there. And he's like, who's this guy? And so Justin tells him like who I am. And he's like, oh, you want to be a sales lead? And I'm like, well, yeah, like that's what I was kind of like, applying for originally. Like that's what they wanted to do. But like, I told him the whole situation with my back. He's like, no, Justin. He's like, Justin, you got a guy right here, like capable right here. Yeah. So that was it. And the next day I was promoted, and that was it. So I was a sales lead up until, I mean, then you showed up in November. Yeah. A lot of people started quitting around that time too. And then in January, Bambi left. And the rest is history. Boys and manager, manager, making my money, and that's because I was gonna leave because I wasn't making enough money, right? And because of where I was from my back problem, from losing all that money that I had saved for so long to try to have my own store, to buy shoes and all this stuff, and living the life that I was living, I lost all that. Right. So now I was like, well, I need to catch back up. I need to get back to my feet and getting back to the comfortability that I would like to live my life. So yeah, man, that's what I'm doing. That's my whole introduction of where I'm at right now.
It's a great introduction. Right? It's crazy story.
Yeah, it is crazy.
So you said to the life that you were living. I want to get on that because what's funny about our dynamic is we live completely opposite lifestyles.
100%, and we're actually the same age too.
Yeah, we are.
Graduated the same year, all that, totally from different sides of the country.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of crazy how like we're at this point. You know what I mean? Because that's how life goes, man. You meet a lot of people, and there's a lot of things you need to take from those encounters with people. I feel in life. You know? You can't just like think, oh, I met this guy or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people like that. A lot of people don't really put in their 2 cents to who they're meeting in their life, and I feel like that's really, really important.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It really is.
This guy likes to party.
I do like to party. I do like to party. That's probably the reason for my problem with my back. Honestly, I've been partying for too long, since I was like at least 16, 17. No, I think I did. I mean, I don't know if we can go talk about like drugs and stuff, but go ahead. All right,
whatever you want to do, man.
I don't want to just put all my business out there, but I've taken a lot of drugs before. I actually didn't even smoke weed first, which people usually
That's
smoke
like
weed
the
first.
start,
But
yeah.
yeah, I actually did ecstasy first.
Oh, really?
That was my first drug I ever did in my life.
How is that? For people that don't know,
Yeah.
I don't partake in anything. So
Honestly, that's probably the reason I admire you so much for, bro. I don't know if y'all know, this guy does not drink a lick of alcohol, does not do anything fun, goes to Applebee's every Saturday. Sunday he gets Wendy's.
yeah, on my way to work.
I know his life. Like his life's the same. And
I'm boring.
I could never. It's not that you're boring. That's the life that you want because you're trying to get to a certain thing. Like I'm nowhere near having a master's degree or getting my doctorate. I'm nowhere near that. And like that's because of things that happened to me when I was young, things that I was doing when I was young, not really putting my mind to what I needed to do. And also not having the background as my family background, because I grew up without my dad, and I know your dad's a great man, bro. The fact that your brothers are doing so well, you did so well, like Papa Strib gotta be a A1 man, monster. Bro. Yeah, that guy's gotta be a good man for sure. So yeah, man.
And then I forget what we were talking about before.
I know, I do that all the time. We were talking about
something about lifestyle, right?
Oh, differences between lifestyles that were from two different places and stuff like that.
Well, while I'm thinking about it, what's on the feed?
Oh,
what's on the feed?
Your boy is wearing Sean Clivers. I don't know. Look at the glitter on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but it's glitter down there.
He's got the gold.
Got the gold laces on these. The patent gold swoosh.
Yeah, get close, cause
get into the detail.
Oh, there it is.
Oh. Look at the velour on the inside. Oh, the snowflakes. You can't beat it, man. I'm a sucker for details, honestly. Look at these ones.
I just got the Zoom Comforts. You know, it's like it's literally just like cloth material.
They look comfortable.
Oh, they're so cool because they got the padding right here.
That blows my mind. Honestly, slept on. Comforts.
Oh yeah,
all the comforts. Why do I don't understand? I don't get it. I don't understand what's the problem or hate with the comforts. I get it with the mids, but nah, I'm just kidding.
Hey, they call me the mid king. All right,
I kind of made that name up, honestly.
Yeah, that's where I got it from.
Yeah,
Jerry called me the mid king because I step in with all the mids.
Yeah.
But what I find interesting about your story is that first, let me turn this AC on because it's getting toasty in here.
Toasty, yeah.
I'll probably edit this out. All right. So you want it. So you're in. First of all, you have probably the finest collection I've seen of shoes.
Really,
bro. You got these. You have the 450s, dunks, or it's the fourth. Because the 50 one.
Oh, the 50. Yeah,
you said yours is the 4.
Yeah, lot number 4 out of 50. Yeah.
You got. I'm saying you got heat, man.
I got some shoes, man.
And so you said you want to. Are you still want to get to the point of opening up your own shop and also
down the line,
say vintage clothes and all this stuff?
100%, because I feel the thing with me, and the reason I don't want to go to college is because I don't want to waste my time on something that's not going to give back to me.
Right. Because
now it's a little late for me. I mean, I'm 25, going to be 26 in July. If I go to college and I really want to get something like a degree that's meaningful, that's actually something that'll help me, it's going to be longer than 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
And I will be over 31, 32 at the time. Why would I want to do that? And then and that's not even me knowing that for sure that I will have a good job after that. And then also, what's the most important part for me is also, will I be happy? Will I be happy doing what I'm doing with the college degree or whatever? I don't think so. I think my lifestyle and what I love to do is all goes back to me being able to do what I want to do.
Right.
Me being able to do what I want to do when I want to do it, having the fun with my friends when I want to do, just all the time. I tell Paul all the time, this is honestly the first conversation I ever had with Paul. Shout out Paul, by the way. Love you, Paul, bro. You're a great fucking guy. Younger than me, has a fucking kid. Awesome.
Getting married.
Getting married.
Yeah.
I could
Bro.
not right now.
We gotta act a fool at the wedding.
Oh, bro, I know.
Yeah.
He's already. Yeah, I'm already.
And I'm gonna be sober acting a fool.
I could never. But I can't. Paul. So, what was the reason about Paul?
First conversation you ever had.
Oh, first conversation I had with Paul. I told him, I was like, I still not sure if I want to stay here because like at the time me and Justin were really close. I didn't want to lose the environment that we had already created there, like the fun and all the like fun things. You know how it is. Sometimes we have fun, sometimes we don't, but it's fun. And so I didn't want to lose that, especially because I had just gotten to the point where Justin was training me to be a manager and all this stuff. So it was kind of like out of nowhere, out of the blue. So when I met Paul, I was a little skeptical just because I didn't want to do it anymore and all this stuff. I just wanted to be with Justin and work with Justin. But when I met Paul, genuine ass person, honestly, I realized right away like it was gonna be a good situation, that I would test it out, like see how he really is over the next few weeks and all that. But the first conversation I had with him was, I just want him to understand, because at that point when he starts, I had just got my life back of having surgery. It's changed my life because after my surgery, 3 weeks after my surgery, I went to Lost Lands, the festival in Ohio. I met my beautiful girlfriend. Shout out Julie.
Oh, that's y'all met?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so all of it's kind of weird. All of my friends that I like go to raves with and hang out with kind of already knew each other, and then all were like pieced together.
Gotcha.
In a way, it's weird how it worked out that way. But we all kind of knew someone that knew the person that's part of the group, and then now we're all just a group. So it's actually crazy. And so when I went to Lost Lands, that's how I met Julie. And then we've been talking ever since. But back to talking about Paul. So we were talking, and I told him, I was like, I just got my life back. I don't want to, if you're gonna promote me down the line, or you want me to be this person in this store, like what you see for me, I need you to understand that I'm gonna do what I want to do when I want to do. If I'm gonna leave for a vacation or go here, go there, it's not me asking for the days off. I'm telling you I'm gonna be off. And I remember telling this to him, his face, and he was kind of like shocked about it. And I was like, well, dude, it's just I lost everything. I lost everything, and then I just was giving it back. And I went to Los Angeles, had the best time of my life. I'm not gonna stop now. I can't just stop. I gotta live. I know at any moment it can all be ripped away from me again. In any second. So that's why I take care of my back. I try to as much as I can. Lately I slipped and fell last week at work.
Bro.
That's because of Paul. Fuck you, Paul.
I didn't even see. I was in the back. And I come out here on the ground.
Itzel saw me, bro. She saw the whole thing. She wanted to laugh, and I get it, because when people fall, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, you know what I mean?
After you make, you good?
But someone who had just had back surgery last year, it's not a good thing at all. So I was kind of worried about it. My arm and knee were kind of sore there for a little bit, but now, as the past couple of days, my nerves has been hurting, man. But they're giving me medicine, and it's been working. Been chilling. Yeah, I'm not in unbearable pain how I used to be. So that's all I care about. But yeah, man. So that's that was my first conversation with Paul, and reasoning why I just, do what I want to do, really. And it goes back to doing what I want to do, and that's why I don't want to go to college. That's why I don't want to, and that's why I do want to have my own store, because it would give me the freedom to do what I want to do when I want to do it. Also, it would give me an opportunity to provide for my friends as well. Meaning, I'm not going to be able to do it alone. Who am I to think that I can just have a whole store and do every part of a business all by myself? That's not going to happen. It's really not going to happen. So it benefits me and my people. The people that are closest around me can have our own store, have a place to be, place to go, and also you're doing it for work. You're making
it's like
money. You know what I mean?
It's also something you like a passion.
That's the thing.
So it makes work. It doesn't feel like work when it's something you love.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. I want to do that because shoes is genuinely what I love. Clothes, more than anything, is what I love even more, because I feel like you can have shoes. The shoes are going to look nice regardless. But you don't got nice clothes on. It's going to be, what's the fucking point?
Yeah, I know, because you got that. I remember you talking about that. Was it the Supreme box?
Supreme Burberry box logo. Yeah, I hit on it a few weeks ago. I was actually going to wear it today, but I gotta save it for another special occasion.
Special occasion.
Or you know what I mean? Just sell it and pay rent 1 month. You never know. You never know. You never know. It really is. A lot of my shoes are kind of investments at this point. Also, that's going. Speaking of that, me and Paul were talking about what y'all were talking about in the podcast before about investments of the shoe or buying a car, like $50,000. You're gonna buy a shoe or you're gonna buy a car. What did you say you're gonna do?
I said, what did I say? I said, realistically, I'd obviously get a car.
Yeah.
But if somebody like gave me, if I had a car that worked, like my car now, you know,
it works.
Shoe.
Take a shoe, right?
Yeah.
Well, my thinking of it is, which is the better investment? Realistically,
the shoes.
It is the shoe.
Because
it is the shoe.
Yeah, for sure.
As soon as I buy that car, as soon as I drive it off the lot, my investment's gone.
Yeah.
And that's out the window. The money is not going to come back to me. With the shoe, I could be getting my money back and more.
Yeah.
Just from the time going down, like passing down. So I would take the shoe, 100%. I'm not.
I need to think about it like that.
Yeah, you need to think about it like that because realistically, that's how it is nowadays. It's sad that a shoe can do that, but
even if it's worn, it could still go for more than retail.
That's what I'm saying. If you buy a shoe,
take care of it.
Yeah, if you buy a shoe that's like it's expensive, but you're wearing it now, down the line, it's not going to go down. It's going to go up. So when it gets to a higher point, you can literally sell your used shoe that you bought brand new for the price that you bought it at. Because the price of a brand shoe is way ahead of that.
Yeah.
So that's the cool thing about shoes, man. I love that.
Going back to what you're saying about how you said you're gonna do what you want when you want. What I appreciate about you at work is because with some people that might not know you come off like, oh, he's gonna do it. But the thing about Jerry is you work, you earn it. Like you're there. Besides like your trips, because it's not like you're doing whatever you want like every other day.
Oh no, yeah, definitely.
And he goes to shows every
other week, sometimes twice in 2 weeks or anything like that.
But like you show up, you work your ass off. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's almost like an earned thing because you do what you do, you do more than what, or at least I don't know what the
no, for sure.
What it y'all's
for sure.
But you do everything.
Yeah, I do, honestly. And that's what I kind of tell Paul too. When I do ask for those days off, it's kind of like, well, bro, like I'm here all the time.
Yeah.
How are you gonna say no? Like, how are you gonna say no if I'm like busting my ass? Even when you're not here, I'm busting my ass.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, and it also goes to me loving what I do at work. You know what I mean? Because I told Paul that too yesterday because I was in pain yesterday, and I was standing there at the cash wrap, and I told him, I was like, dude, I'm in a lot of pain today. Like I don't want to move at all. Like I'm hurting just standing here, and what were we talking about a little while ago? Right before that?
The doing what you want to do, you work hard.
Oh yeah. So I told him, I was like, don't feel like I'm not working hard right now or feel like I don't want to be here. I was like, that's the farthest from what I want. I was like, I'm in a lot of pain. I was like, I want to be here. I don't want to go home. Like the first thing he was saying, he was like, oh, are you saying this because you want to go home? I'm like, no. I was like, I'm saying this so you don't think that I'm being lazy because that's never gonna be the case. I love working here. I love to do what I do. It's fun for me. Especially because I get to see shoes all day.
Oh yeah.
That's my favorite part. Yeah,
shipment day is my favorite day.
It's the best fucking day.
It's like Christmas. You open the box, you see the box with the fours, you're like, oh.
It's like shoes that don't even come out for months.
Yeah.
Now. I'm there holding it, getting to cherish it, get to
smell it.
It's crazy.
That's the best day for sure.
It really is, honestly.
Now, how is it? So, you're trying to get back to where you were before the accident.
Yeah.
How has that been going with because I assume you're trying to get things rolling with getting more vintage stuff for the shop down the road. Are you in a process of getting stuff?
Lately, I haven't. Honestly, as I've gotten my life back after my surgery, I haven't really been putting as much time as I should have into it. Just because like I said, I just got my life back. I have a whole lot of new friends right now, and we're always doing something. I haven't even seen my family since after my surgery. It's been like 6-7 months.
Oh, in Brownsville?
Yeah. I haven't seen them in months. That's what I'm saying. Like I missed them a lot, but like I missed my life.
Yeah.
So much that I would like going above and beyond to just have as much fun as I can. So yeah, it was kind of.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I do want to sit down and start putting money towards going back to my store. Also, the tax refund should help me a little bit to get back to where I can invest.
Mine got filed yesterday.
I did one
my dad did mine.
Really?
Yeah. He sent me a text like, "What's your account number with it?" And he's like, "You should be getting the email." I just did it. I got the email. I was like,
"Good job."
I know.
You're a child.
Because I was low key, because he said he was gonna do it like 2 weeks ago, but like my dad, he travels a lot because he does a lot. And so he actually owns like a lot of land in Arkansas. He runs a farm, so he drives a lot from Nashville to Arkansas back and forth. Sure. So he's always traveling a lot. So I don't want to, my parents they're great, and I hate like pressuring them about money stuff.
I feel that.
Because I was like, I was like a couple weeks ago, I was like, I need my tax return like I want it like right now. I need it now. I need it yesterday. But I know my dad's busy, so I don't want to be like, oh, hey, when are you gonna, so I kind of just like
I feel that.
Let him take his time. But when he sent me that text, because it was on my way into work yesterday.
Oh, okay. Nice.
He's like, what's your account number for the deposit? I said, oh,
my man. My man.
But
Papa Strib coming in clutch.
Yeah, but I keep going back to the resale shop because I find it fascinating because I don't think I've been in one, but like I watch Complex as a sneaker shop and so I kind of see how they are. And like, because I think it'd be awesome to own one or operate one, but I don't know. You know me, I don't know shit about.
Yeah.
Because I'm still fairly new into the shoe game as it is. I didn't start collecting shoes till 2018. So it's only been a few years. And like in terms of resale, I don't know how that works. I mean, obviously I know. But like, was there like a process? Like, or do you just see something its value and you
honestly, so before my back problem, when I was starting this like venture of wanting to start this business, I joined a Discord group that kind of taught me a lot. Like a lot. From January to like November, all that year of 2020, I was just learning. I spent so much money on just learning. I spent a lot of money on shoes that I would not make money back on. There was a lot of times where I fucked up.
But I
thought I would make my investment back.
Right.
And actually, the market sale like crashed for that shoe, and so I lost easily like $800 off of one shoe.
Dang.
That's what I'm saying. So like, but without going through that, you won't learn. Yeah. You won't understand the reason why. So after all this, like all of that year, I learned a lot to the point where like I understand like how hard it is to get a shoe. That's the biggest thing nowadays is how hard it is to really get a shoe. Yeah. You really do have to know someone. You have to either work at a shoe store. To get a shoe retail is so hard nowadays. But also raffles. Raffles is so important. I know Paul was talking about how he's never won an online raffle. How many raffles have you possibly done online? How many have you done online?
Me personally? None.
Exactly. I've sat at my computer for hours on end. Hours finding this. There's a website called Soul Retriever that you can go on. It'll show you all the shoes that are coming out. You can click the shoe and it'll show you every single raffle in the world for that shoe. And you can sit there and enter every single one. I would sit there for hours, dude. So people would ask me, well, how do you win your shoes? Blah, blah, blah. I put in the time. I put in the time. What do you like? It was the same thing with the lottery. Oh yeah, it would be nice to win the lottery. Did you play?
You gotta play.
Yeah, do you play?
Play. Consistently.
Exactly. Do you play? Because if you don't, you're not gonna win shit.
Right.
You're not gonna win a damn.
Dang.
It's really like that.
That's tough.
It is. It's really tough. That's the way shoes are nowadays, though.
That reminds me of the I don't know if you're into like stock market investing, but
I need to. Last year I was trying to.
But the way you said you learned, that's how I've been learning the stock market for a minute because I started investing like when I was a freshman in college, and like you said, through like doing it yourself, where you say you like lost money. I've lost all the money in the stock market.
Oh my god,
all of it. Now I've lost all my money, but I've lost a lot because I would see a company look good at the surface. Except the shoes, it looks good. Oh, this will probably be great down the road. It looks good at the surface. But if you don't do your research, like you said, like if you don't know if a restock's going to happen, or with the stock market, if you don't see what they've done over the past 5 years, their balance sheet, if you don't look at the behind the scenes, then you could get in, put a money in, and you could lose it all. So it kind of, I was different.
Yeah, I'd be so scared with something like that. It's just that I feel like with shoes and like with stocks, you're putting all your money in and you're not holding anything.
No, you're not holding tangible.
Anything. Someone else is holding your money, and it can go up or down. It's very different. With shoes, if I buy the shoe and the market crashes, I still got the damn shoe.
Yeah, you still have. Yeah.
I still got the damn shoe, and I can sell the shoe and get capital to put back into
At
my
least
own
something.
business.
You get
It's
something.
Yeah,
Back. Maybe not. Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely not getting my money back, but I'm getting some money back that you can reinvest into yourself and your own business. So I feel like that's why shoes are really awesome.
What's the dream shoe? Gotta ask the dream shoe. What's your favorite shoe you have now?
Okay.
And what's the dream shoe that you don't like?
So definitely my favorite shoe is the ones I'm wearing.
That's your favorite shoe that you have
by far. So I don't.
I'm about to say I've never seen you.
I don't wear them at work that often because I don't want to mess up the glitter. Every time I do, I go home and I will be there
scrubbing
away, like, because it looks beautiful. Like I'm not gonna.
Yeah, they're nice.
And also, when I got these shoes, it was the peak of me being in the worst pain of my life. So I've been doing that lately with my shoe collection. Is I buy a pair of shoes as like a timestamp of my life. These I bought them when I was really in the midst of like my absolute pain. I'm just down and out. Yeah. Don't know what's going on in my life. So it's gonna get worse, and I don't know it yet. But I bought these shoes because I really wanted them. I'd seen pictures of them like earlier in the year. Really wanted them. And then in that Discord group, I had made a lot of friends through there, different connections and things like that. And I forgot his name. What's his name? His name's like Don Tran or something like that. Shout out him if he's. I'm gonna post on my Instagram, so I have you on Instagram. Yeah. But he helped me. I would talk about my life too. We would talk about life and like trying to just sell shoes and resell shoes and business stuff and just like things like that. And he won them. He won them on a sneakers, or I think it was sneakers app. So he came straight to me. It was my size, and he was like, well, "I'll sell them to you." So I bought them. I didn't even care how much they were. I think they were like 400, 500, but now they're like 600, 700. So I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Not bad. I'll take it. And so it was a shoe that I really wanted. I had the money at the time, so I bought them. And then after that, I mean, life gets worse. And I have two other shoes that's also other timestamps of my back problem. The Magnus Walker, the highs, the SB highs that I have. I don't know if you have seen them yet, but you just don't pay attention very much.
Hey, it's like that.
He said, "I'm wearing my mids. I don't care what I'm wearing." But no, those ones I bought those right after my surgery. Okay. I bought those right after my surgery, so that's that one. Now I'm waiting till because I have a settlement going on. You know about that. I talked about it all the time. That's still ongoing. That'll go on for whoever knows how long. I don't know. God knows. But when I do get that settlement, I plan to get a dream shoe for myself because I feel like that would be like the ending of my accidents and journey, that whole journey. It'll be like the closing of that. Yeah. So that's why I really want to get like a meaningful shoe for me. So these are my favorite shoes by far because I love them so much. I love the colors, love the things with the shoes, the details, bro. The details for me is more than like I have those Halloween shoes.
The dunks, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You know how it has like the jack-o'-lantern on the front? Yeah. Look at these. Have you noticed these? Snowflake.
Oh, right? That is I didn't even notice the whole
they're so details. The details is everything for me. And so and they look like a Christmas present. Like they just
what's the name of these again?
These are the Sean Cliver SB Dunks.
Look, if you guys are watching or listening, look those up. The Sean Cliver SB Dunks.
He's also the designer of the Strange Love SB Dunks. Super popular, the all pink ones. I want those so bad. They're like velour all over. They're pink. They're beautiful. They have like it's like a translucent pink, and it has like little hearts on the bottom, like confetti hearts. Yeah. Beautiful shoe. Nice now, dream shoe. I have a few. Okay. I have a few. Some are more realistic than other ones, obviously. Like I feel like there's like going back to the question of last week with Paul, the $50,000 shoe. What shoe would you buy? If that's the question, I'm gonna buy What the Dunks. It's a $30,000 shoe.
What the Dunks?
$30,000 shoe. You pull it up if you want. It's basically so when SB started in 2002. I'm not sure up until when, but all the major SBs that were coming out at the time, the really popular ones.
Oh, like
those like Pigeons, Husk. It's basically all the most popular SBs put into one. Oh, they took a little part of each one and put it into the shoe. That's why both of them are different, and they all have parts of a different separate shoe.
All right, I see.
Yeah, dang. And they're beautiful. They're like $30,000. Those are the What the Pauls. Those just came out. Those are Paul Rodriguez. Yeah,
and these are the.
Those are the What the Dunks.
A front look of it.
Probably find it on StockX or something.
I'll show it to the camera.
Yeah, those are really nice.
That's the is that the top? Like if you came across a ton of money, like hit the
Yeah,
lottery, that's like
100%. That's what I'm buying for.
I got you.
100%. That would be like a shoe that'd be crazy for me. Also, there's other shoes like SBs that never really came out that are so popular, like the yellow lobsters. Those are like $70,000. They never came out. And with the crazy thing with SBs, the hype has been so real the past few years that they've gone up thousands of dollars.
And this is it, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's a beautiful shoe right there.
Oh, I don't even know if this is gonna.
You might be able to. Right there. You can give it a little spin. Woo!
It's kind of blurry. Sorry,
Yeah.
people.
Look at the pigeon, the staple pigeon, the huff tie dye in the middle, the buck on the back for the. Nice.
Dude.
Very nice. They look good.
You look good.
But yeah, that's what I would buy. Other more realistic grills, Chunky Dunkies.
Yeah,
I want those really bad. I probably will end up buying those as my closure for my surgery story.
So Dunks your favorite?
SB Dunks are my favorite.
Yeah.
Not Dunks, because I feel like nowadays with like the whole hype of Dunks and all that stuff. It's
But the SB.
SB Dunks more, especially just because I love skating. I used to skate all the fucking time. That's all I would do, and I couldn't do that anymore. Especially because like before I got my back injury, the 2 years before that, I was going to parks downhill, like just bombing hills and just falling like all the time, just being reckless. Honestly, being really reckless, like doing LSD and going to go bomb hills.
Oh my god!
Like just go and be reckless as hell for no reason. Like just wake up. Oh yeah, let me just take some acid and go bomb a hill on my skateboard.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I was doing that for a while, and so that's kind of like what I was doing. And then so that's why I've always loved skating. So SBs is more of the skateboard version of Dunks,
Right. Yeah.
Because regular Dunks came out way back in the day, like 1985, 1987 ish. So they've been out for a while, but SBs came out in 2002. It's a lot of history with the shoes.
And so what's your, in terms of your top, we'll go 5. Your top 5 silhouettes. So like like the SB Dunks your favorite.
I got you.
2, 3.
Got you. So for sure, SB's at the top. The next one's hard for me. Because with Jordans, it's really hard for me.
Really?
A little bit, because I love the way 4s look, but I love 1s. It's such a classic.
Oh yeah.
Like the ones that are literally so fucking classic. So it's probably 1s right after that. I'm gonna have to go 1s.
1s is 2.
Just more of the stories and the thing, like the history of
that. It's just it's the original first Jordan.
Exactly.
So SBs,
Jordan
1s, 4s right after.
Sure. Yeah, 4s after that. I know you're gonna hate this answer, but Nike Tailwinds. Nike Air Tailwinds, they have the bubble on the bottom.
Let me look this up.
Yeah, so I love them. I think they're comfortable. I don't wear them that often. I only have like 2 or 3 pairs, but they're comfortable. Look at the Supreme ones. No, that's not the ones. No, it's not the ones. That's not the ones. Look up Supreme. That's not the ones. That's the original Tailwind. There's like 5 Tailwinds now.
How do I
look up Supreme Tailwind 4 or 5. This guy pulled up the very original Tailwind. Those ones. I love them. They're comfortable.
I mean, I'm sure
they're so comfortable. I know. They look a little like dad shoes, but
a little.
It looked like the Air Monarchs. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, your list, man.
Hey,
your list.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I like shoes. I like shoes.
And then
that's the best part about shoes, though. The reason they make so many different shoes, and
the
reason they make so many different colors, is because it's
like art.
It's art. It goes to everyone's liking. Just because I like a shoe doesn't mean that the next person doesn't like that shoe too. That's why they make so many shoes.
It's like music. There's so many different types of music, and even within rap, there's different types of rap.
100%.
Somebody,
someone's not gonna like a certain.
I don't like country. I'm from Nashville.
That's crazy to me.
Nashville. I'm sorry. I don't like country. 615. I don't like country, but I understand. I appreciate some country, but I don't like country. But I understand that country.
Billy Carrington?
Who?
Billy Carrington?
Or Billy Ray Cyrus, just because he's from the same area I'm from. I went to elementary school with Miley Cyrus.
So
for a couple years.
You know Miley?
No, I don't. No. I'm not saying that.
You know Miley?
I'm just saying we went to the same elementary school before she got homeschooled. Before Hannah Montana.
No.
Yeah.
You went to the same school as her?
Look up Look up Miley Cyrus Elementary School. Just say Heritage Elementary, and we went to the same high school or high school, elementary school.
How what's the age difference between y'all?
She was like a grade ahead, I believe.
Y'all were dating.
No, stop. We're not doing that.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah, it's cool. And then Billy Ray had a house, I believe, Leapers Ford, somewhere in Franklin, wasn't that far, but huge. Some of the driveways a mile long. But
that's money.
Oh, yes.
Money,
but I don't like country, but I know that there's people that do like country. Like it's like
people do be loving the country. People really do be.
I don't get it, but
hey, it's just I don't know. I can't either. I wouldn't go to.
It's like people that love, it's just like I'm not a fan of Crocs, but if you go online with these TikTokers, there's people that have the biggest Crocs. I've seen 100 pair of Crocs.
No, I know. My friend Mick from Corpus, she has a ton of Crocs.
She
has a ton of Crocs, like for sure.
I don't get it, but to each their own. Yeah, but
if you ain't crocking, you ain't rocking, bro.
Well, I guess I'm never gonna rock because I'd rather just. I got slides. I'd rather just rock my slides.
Dude, the worst part about this Croc talk, I have Croc slides, bro. They don't got the dumbass holes or anything like that, but
like the ones we sell.
No, fuck those. No, those are ugly. No, hell no. It's more of like so my sister got them for free because if you work at Crocs, you get a free Croc every month or every 2 months.
Oh my god, that's a lot of Crocs.
That's a lot of Crocs.
What's up, Shoe Palace?
That's the dude. We'll talk about that right now.
Go ahead.
That makes me really annoyed.
Go ahead.
But the Croc slides, back to the Croc slides. It's more of like a regular slide. It doesn't look like a Croc, and it has like a strap on top of the plastic, obviously. There's like a Velcro strap. So they're not terrible. They're pretty awful. But
you don't wear them for fashion. You wear them around the house.
Hell no. I wear them around the house. And that's because I haven't even found, I have the right one sitting in my room. I have no idea where the left one's at.
So you just, what?
I don't know where it's at. I just haven't taken the time to look.
But that's different. Like I have no problem with Crocs when people wear them around the house. Yeah. I get that. You want to be comfortable. It's when I will see people in jeans, a Gucci shirt with the merce.
No.
With the merce, earrings, chain, Crocs. That's when I have a problem.
It's understandable.
That's when I have a problem.
We get people like that at work every day.
That's
every day. Honestly, people that come to Shoe Palace, I love y'all, but I fucking hate y'all. I literally, y'all do some dumbass shit. Like if y'all have never been in a shoe store, like it's really common sense to be a normal human and put your shoe back on the wall.
Yeah.
Like you don't go into a shoe store, start grabbing 5-6 shoes, put them next to you on the fucking booth, start trying them on and be like, all right, thank you, and walk out the door and leave all the shoes there, little shoe horns everywhere. That is the most disrespectful thing on this. I hate that. Like that literally gets me fuming. I sometimes want to go up to them and be like, hey, your shoes, bro? You're gonna put them back on the wall? Like I have so much shit to do. I don't feel like I should be able to put that fucking shoe back. Especially because you're being rude about it.
It's very frustrating.
It is very frustrating. I love them. Thank you for buying. I appreciate it. If you do buy, if you don't, fuck you.
Were you gonna go in on the Shoe Palace?
What were we talking about it?
Because they get a Croc a month.
Oh, dude. So I didn't know this. I got told this. So Shoe Palace has a collaboration with Jordan 1 High. There's a Shoe Palace Jordan 1 High.
Right, yeah.
Never have I ever.
Paul told me about it.
Yeah, so that's because I had brought it up that conversation.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you're talking about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That time. So the day I met Paul, that time around having that conversation with him, was the same day. All of the store managers of Shoe Palace in San Antonio are at our store helping in the back because our audit is in the next few days before, like Paul's first audit for the new store.
Yeah.
So that's the day I met Paul, and that's the day I met Mike from the Mayan Plaza.
Mm-hmm.
So I met Mike, and I look at his shoes, and he's wearing those, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, I have never. I'm really aware of shoes that are out.
Right.
All like the history of shoes, I'm very aware of what colors are out, what colorways, the stories, everything. So even like someone like samples, some of the shoes that never even came out, I'm pretty aware of them.
Yeah.
These I had never seen. I don't know why. And they're not even that expensive or anything, but they're pretty nice. They're called SP Gina Jordan 1. Look them up. They're really nice. They're not for everyone. They're a little shiny, but they're for you for sure. You like them for sure. But I was told that all the managers got given one.
Even AMs or just
Yes,
Stribling? Really?
dude. All managers were given a SP Gina when they first came out. All of them. And then, so that was the year before last. So that was 2 years ago. Last year, or not last year, before when COVID was happening, that year, they were going to take the managers to Vegas or something.
Right.
They were gonna do this whole, yeah, they were going to do this whole like vacation, all this stuff. Where are y'all at now? Where are y'all at now? Where's my shoe? Where's my vacation? Is what I want to know. I ain't got a damn thing.
Is it? Do they
I
do
sell.
it? Do they? You do
I
sell.
sell, bro. I sell a
Jerry
lot.
sells.
I sell a lot, bro.
Do they do it around the same time each year, or is
I
it
don't
just
know.
random?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, because even last year they didn't do anything. Last year they didn't do a damn thing. They never brought up anything, so I don't know.
Maybe
This year. They
COVID?
better bring, I hope they better bring something up this year. At least a dunk collaboration or something. Anything. I'll take it.
Oh yeah.
Anything.
Well,
It
was
be
it free for the man?
Yeah.
Oh.
And so actually the cool thing about that story, going back to Mike. Mike is the only one out of all of them that got the special edition box. It's like a trunk.
Box.
It's like a trunk.
Oh.
Yeah. Everyone else just got a normal box.
Oh.
Yeah, he got a special edition like trunk case and everything.
Do they know why? Just
He just got it.
that's pretty cool.
Man, I know.
That's pretty cool.
I wouldn't complain at all. I would be like, hey, sorry guys. They're really nice though. They're really cool. You guys need to look them up. You need to look them up. I kind of want a pair.
I think I've seen them.
Yeah, it has like an apple on it.
An apple?
Like a hang tag. Like you know how like the breads have that Jordan hang tag?
Yeah.
It's an apple on that one. I don't know the story. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know the story about Gina or who Gina is.
Maybe she started shoot college.
She may have those ones. I got like a red bottom.
Ooh, red bottom.
Red bottom, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I don't know
See
the
those
apple.
red bottoms.
Oh, this
There
the
you go,
case.
there you go. There's the case. Special edition case.
Oh, bro.
I'm telling you, it's like a lunchbox Jordan 1.
Oh, it is like a
Yeah,
it's kind of
It's
lit.
actually super nice. Jealous. Mike, you need to sell me those. So I'll take them off your hands right away.
Yeah, customers are very frustrating. Do you work here?
Now, every time that happens to me, I literally look down at my jersey, I'll go, and then I'll look at you and be like, you tell me, do I fucking work here or not?
I wish I had my jersey out.
Come on,
Because we wear a jersey that say shoe pallets on the
No, hold on. Shoe box on the front, the biggest SP on your back.
Oh, yeah.
That's the worst part. You have a big old SP tattooed on your goddamn back. And they ask
you got the patches. You work here? No, I just like chilling at malls with a shoe palace jersey on.
Just touching all the shoes on my day off. Like, dude, come on now. People are crazy.
So what's the plan? What's the plan like? Then what is it? April? What's the plan for the rest of the year? You got any like plans for? I don't know. Just life, man. Just what's your life plans for next year?
Well, lately I've been going to a lot of shows. I have a lot of shows planned. Actually, this weekend I'm seeing Excision here in San Antonio on Friday. Saturday and Sunday I'm gonna go to Dallas. I'll be there for a festival.
This weekend?
This weekend, the day after Excision.
Oh.
So I'm saying this weekend I'm gonna be.
Paul's gonna be hurt.
Oh, Paul's gonna be hurt.
Because I got that air show. I got community service this weekend for the physics department. So I'm gonna be. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I told him I could work because it ends at like 4:30, so I could close if you needed me to.
Yeah. Damn. Hey.
From 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Hey, sometimes it has to be like that, bro. Honestly, we all have lives. We all have lives. We all do something with it. It's not like we all do the same thing, but we have lives. But yeah, that's.
You see, you got the. What'd you say? You had
Oh yeah, so like this
Excision?
weekend, this weekend I have Friday Excision, Saturday and Sunday WW. I come back to work on Monday, and then that Thursday I'm going to another show in Austin.
Back to back?
Yeah, so we're going back to back to back, and then we're 4 days going to work, and then on the fourth day I'm going to go to another show on the Thursday.
So the week of May of Mother's Day?
No. So this weekend, next week I have 4 shows. So that'll be this weekend 3 of them. Next week on Thursday, and then the first week of May I have another one here in San Antonio, in Keza. And then in June is a big one. I'm going to Colorado for my girlfriend's birthday. Shout out Julie again. for my girlfriend's birthday.
What days?
June
12th?
23rd.
Okay, never mind.
June 23rd to like 26th. We're going to Colorado. We're gonna go to Red Rocks, smoke a ton of weed. It's gonna be lit.
All right, yeah, it'll be fine. Cause I'm going out of town that first week of May. My brother's graduation.
Okay. I'll be fine.
You know, I'll just be thinking about.
Paul's good, bro. You got it.
And then any plans for
My life.
yeah, man. Like what's what's the end game? Like 2-3 years down the road. What's the
I
plan?
don't know, and I'm scared. That's the thing.
You know,
I know with you, you're so down to a T. That's why I respect the fuck out of what you do. I don't know if y'all know like how strict his life is. It's crazy. Like it's so crazy. I wish that I could do something like that, but then I also know I wouldn't be having the happiness that I would have.
Yeah.
But I mean, as long as you're happy with what you're doing, that's all that matters.
Your system,
you know what I mean? Yeah, that's all that matters, really. I don't ever think about it too much.
Really?
I don't. I love to live my life as it comes.
Okay.
Because I don't know, like I just feel like that's the way life is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether you're on the right path, whether you're trying your hardest, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna come up, something's gonna happen, and I guess I should be more ready for it, but I'd rather just be caution to no win, you know what I mean? Caution to no win. What's the phrase? What's the expression?
Just go where the wind takes
Go
you.
where the wind takes you.
Yeah, go where the wind takes you.
Yeah. That's what I like
You
to
know,
do, man.
yeah, because my fun, man.
Applebee's every Saturday with the water, wings and fries.
With the water. As soon as I walk in, you were there. As soon as you walk in, she's like, the usual? You already know. Go ahead, put me in.
Well, what's her name? Alexis?
Yeah.
She's a nice bartender.
Yeah, she's
respectable.
cool.
A bunch of old people there. Oh, dude.
Bro, yesterday, so like I was there yesterday, obviously, and then there's these people there, and I thought they knew each other at first because they were kind of like the way they were talking.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess she did it because as I was leaving, this dude took a glass, broke it, and then they were drunk, so they were being like super obnoxious, and I could tell she was kind of getting like annoyed a little bit. But, you know, I was like, you know, it's whatever, they're drunk. And as I was leaving, he like, while she wasn't looking, because he tried to take a glass. He's like, no, you can't take that because she'd have to pay for it. They took it.
Yeah.
And then when she wasn't looking, she went in the back. They took it, and he hid it like under the table or whatever.
Wow.
And then somebody else told her, hey, they took the glass. I'm like leaving. So hey, can I get my glass back? And they said something slick. I low key stopped and like turned around because I was like, oh, we're about to have a problem.
Oh hell no.
Because I don't do bullies.
No, I know.
People that
about that yesterday.
I do not do bullies.
Yeah.
So I was getting ready to turn around and be like, "Are we got a problem here?"
Yeah.
But I was like, "Let me just take my ass home. I'm tired. I worked 10 hours." I was like, "Let me just go home." So I went home.
Damn.
Gas lights on, but we're good.
But I made it.
But you know, I was like chilling, watching anime. Watch Shark Tank. Oh, that's my shit.
Oh man, I used to love to watch Shark Tank.
Oh really?
Dude,
Oh, I love it.
In high school, my economics teacher would walk in, sit down, the lights are already off.
Oh, she was
Shark
like that.
Tank.
Yeah, bro,
Shark
it's
Tank,
great.
But it's because he was a soccer coach. He would fucking.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
He put a Shark Tank up. And you're like, yeah.
Bro, I've learned so much of Shark Tank. Like customer acquisition cost, how margins work, retail versus direct. I've learned so much stuff, bro.
That is true.
I'm sort of somewhat running my own business, so like I take the mistakes they're making with how they do certain stuff. I just take the advice that the sharks are giving them when they're basically saying I'm out, and I just kind of like apply that to my thing.
That's smart. Oh, yeah, catch up on my Shark Tank.
That's fantastic.
Or some Shark Tale.
Some who?
Shark Tale.
About the movie
That's
with
a great
Will
movie.
Smith. I have the video game.
You do not have
I did.
Oh,
it was like PS2. It came out forever.
Man, I was thought you were gonna say like DS or something.
No, it was I think PS2. It was a long time ago.
That's a good movie though.
Classic, but
it really is. Hey, Paul, bro, watching Back to the Future 50 times, unnecessary. I can tell you that right now. That movie sucks.
I'm sorry, Paul. I'm just not a fan.
Yeah, I was actually telling my girlfriend about that whole conversation about how Paul's seen Back to the Future 50 times and how you shut him down about it. And she's like, but in reality, y'all are the two idiots who've not seen it. I was like,
It's
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
well.
Probably.
I haven't seen it all the way through. I tried to watch. I don't like old movies. Anything
feel
before most of the movies before so the CGI special effects revolution happened in like 2007, 2008, right when Marvel started their MCU. Where special effect, Iron Man's flying, it looks real. It doesn't look cartoony like it would if they had did it in like the 90s or 80s.
Yeah.
Right? So any movie before that, it's tough for me to get into because special effects they're sketchy.
They're so good, bro. Yeah.
And so I don't like old movies. And so I tried to give that movie a go. Started watching it. I was like, this just isn't it for me. Just wasn't it. So I just haven't watched it. Now I know the story. The DeLorean. Somehow they went back to the future, but we had to get to 80 miles an hour. It's, as a physicist, it makes no sense to me whatsoever. A cheetah can run up to 75 miles an hour. You take me, it only takes 80 miles an hour to go back to the future.
That blows my mind.
3 shots.
You're very smart, bro.
Yeah, kind
You're
of.
smart. The physics stuff blows my mind. When you told me that, I was blown away. I was like, that's awesome. I wish you would want to be an astronaut.
Yeah,
That's what I would do.
It's not for me.
It could be.
I have a panic attack on. It's a missile.
Freaking out.
Oh, it's a missile. They're strapped. I'm on a missile. No. Anything goes wrong.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Figure it. Literally, Houston, we have a problem. This thruster's up. Figure it out.
Boom.
You got to figure it out. You're in space. Oh, okay.
But that's the cool thing, though, is that if it works, you're discovering things that are not discovered.
No, it's fantastic.
That's the whole point of it, realistically. Well, that's the only reason I would want to do it, to be known as someone that discovered something that no one else did.
True.
You know what I mean?
Don't get me wrong. I think it'd be awesome to be an astronaut. It's just, I'd rather be the guy that did the math to help
them
get it out there than to, like, Hidden Figures. You ever seen Hidden Figures?
No.
So, I don't know which launch it was. Basically, back in the day, I believe it's the first time we went to the moon. I think it's that one. I don't know if it's that one or another one. But basically, one of the main reasons why we were able to get man to the moon is because there were 3 African American women that were fantastic at math and did the calculations for what it would take to get up. Oh, it's a fantastic. It's based on a true story.
Really?
It's a great movie.
What's it called?
Hidden Figures.
I need to watch that.
That's
something I love. Question for you. I know it's your podcast, but question for the host. How did you get to the point where you knew that this is what you wanted to do?
Oh,
like astrophysics. Like that's such a difficult subject.
Yeah,
it has to be.
So there's 2 parts, because there's a part where I knew I wanted to do physics, and then the astrophysics kind of happened organically. So as a kid, I was always into science. I was always a science kid. I was always a numbers kid. I thought very logistically, even as a kid. And so my initial plan, once I got to high school, I wanted to be a forensic scientist. I wanted to work in the forensics department, forensics in the police department.
Yeah.
I wanted to work my way up to special operations. That's what my initial plan was.
Yeah.
Because university, the real UT, no offense to my Texans, the University of Tennessee. They have a fantastic forensics program there. So that was my original plan. Yeah. So I did criminal justice, my electives in high school, the 3 years, because you're freshman, you don't do
I was in criminal justice for a long time.
Yeah. And so, but my senior year of high school, I took a physics class.
Oh, man.
Shout out to Mr. Coach. But anyway,
shout out though.
It was my track coach. No, I got it. Just slipped my mind. But Coach Finley.
There you go.
I know he's gonna come to me.
That's a hard name, honestly. I would not remember.
But Coach Finley, shout out to Coach Finley, because I took a physics class senior year, and I was like, oh, we got to the motion and inertia and projectile motion. That stuff's cool. We got to the astronomy part, the astrophysics stuff. I was like, oh, this is what I was gonna do. Because we started, the study of how the universe works, the theories of how it began, how we think it's gonna end. I was like, oh my God, this is it. So then as soon as for you guys that don't know, I got a scholarship to play at the University of Missouri football. And then when I got there, usually you had 2 years to figure out which one to major in.
Yeah.
But as soon as I got on campus, I was like, hey, I want to be a physics major. One of the big reasons that why I chose Mizzou is one, they were SEC SEC school, and they had a good physics astronomy department as well.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
So I was
did not know
like, my two big factors. So I was like, okay, I'll go there. That's cool. So I get there. I tell them, first day on campus, I want to be physics. And the advisor, two advisors. Advisor with the football program, you have an advisor on campus, which you're normal, you're like every student's regular advisor.
Yeah.
And my advisor for the football program came to me and was like, all right, are you sure? Because you might be underestimating, I've never been to college. You might be underestimating the demand it takes for college football to try to do, because he's never, only one other person in the history of Mizzou football has majored in physics.
What?
And then the guy that was there, he wasn't there when that. I think he was, but he was just saying it's a lot. You got to really be on it. I was like, I got it. Now, I did it, but there were some semesters where I didn't think I had it. I thought I was gonna have to switch.
Hey, that's
because it was.
Bro, that's crazy.
Now here's where I messed up. Usually your freshman year, if you're just a football guy, they put you in your general ed, right? Your general studies, just to get those out the way. You have your core, like English 1000, yada yada yada. They put you in those your first semester. Well, if you're gonna be a physics major, you can't do that. You got to start taking your maths. You got to start taking your physics. So after a year and a half, my first 3 semesters, I go to my supervisor on campus. I was like, what do I need to take? She's looking at you a physics major? I was like, yeah. I hadn't taken a single math yet. Or this is after my first semester or first year. I hadn't taken a single math yet.
Damn.
Hadn't taken a single physics class yet. So she was like, it's gonna take you 6 years to graduate because you haven't started anything. So you need to take this exam for your math to figure out what math you can start at. Then because I can't take physics 1 until I got to calculus 1. I took this exam, failed it. So I had to take 3 math classes before I could take calculus 1. And so I had to take 3 math classes before I could even get to calculus 1 so I could start taking my first physics, right? So I'm so far behind. Luckily,
that's stressful.
Luckily we had summer school though. So because all the summer schools, I caught up a little bit.
Yeah.
Long story short, for this part, I get I'm about to graduate. So then I go to her and I was like, she was like, I got all my foreign languages substituted with math. So I got a math minor. And then she was sitting down, she's like, all right, you got 1 semester left. She was like, well, do you want an emphasis? I was like, I don't know. What do you mean? He's like, well, right now it would just be a general physics degree, but you're 1 class away from having an astrophysics emphasis. So then I was like, all right, I'll do astro. Because I'm 1 class away from having an emphasis.
And it's something you liked originally when you realized that.
Exactly. That's why I was only 1 class away, because all my electives were pretty much astronomy because I was like, okay, let me take this. Well, then instead of taking a physics class, I decided to do research for credit. And that's when the supervisor I'm with now, I reached out to her because I saw she was in the astro. I was like, hey, I'm looking to do research for credit. I'm 1 class away from having an astrophysics emphasis. Do you have a spot for an undergrad? She's like, sure. Worked with her for a semester, and then I graduated. I didn't know I was going to UTSA yet, so I had applied to be in the grad school at Mizzou since I was already there. I finished my last semester, my last year of football. I was like, I'm already here. Let me just apply. If I get in, I can just finish it all right here. So I got in at the grad school there. I did a semester grad school at Mizzou, and now I was working for the same supervisor, but as a graduate assistant. So I was getting paid to do it. They're paying my tuition.
What?
Yeah, I haven't paid a dime for school. I've been in school. It'd be 8. I would have been in college for 8 years. This
entire time?
Yeah, I haven't paid a dime for school.
Are you serious?
Dead ass.
That's amazing, bro. What the fuck?
I appreciate it. So because I got the graduate assistant.
Honestly, told you this guy doesn't never fails to surprise me. The shit blows. He was an Eagle Scout. This guy can tie knots and shit.
Hey, I can tie some fierce knots.
That's what I'm saying. Hidden talents, man.
And so then that semester. But where UTSA comes in is one day she was like joking. We have a meeting with all the people that work with her. We have a meeting. She kind of told me in our individual meeting, like, oh yeah, I might end up in Texas. Because she was trying to. So the way, I won't go into that because it's gonna get sidetracked. But anyway, it was we kind of laughed it off. I thought it was a joke. And in the group meeting, she said, hey, I might end up taking a position at University of Texas San Antonio
You told me this
because she got a promotion, or she be the dean of the department here.
Damn.
And so we talked in the meeting. She was like, "Yeah, I mean, if you want, I can hold a spot for you at UTSA to be to still work, or you can stay here, and I'll make sure like you get funding set up or find somebody else to work with."
Yeah.
And then I was like, Missouri, I'm out.
Later, bud.
I was like, I'd never been to San Antonio.
Never been to Texas?
I'd been to Houston for a family reunion, but I was young, so like not really.
Yeah.
And so I was like, let's do it. So I told her the next day, like, yeah, I'll move because change the scenery, something different. I always want to like see what Texas is talking about because all I hear about is Texas, Texas, Texas. So we moved that summer, and I've been here since summer of 2019.
Yeah.
I got my master's this past January, and I should have my PhD hopefully next December. So,
Dr. Strib.
And then, when I get my doctorate, I'm gonna change the podcast to Dr. Uncle Strib. Y'all stay tuned.
That's gonna be fire. That's amazing, bro. That's a great story. The fact that like you're gonna be here for a certain amount of time. We were talking about that the other day about how you're gonna go back to Tennessee, back to the family.
That's the plan.
Rejoin. That's the plan.
Yeah.
That's amazing because I wouldn't want to go back to Brownsville. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Really? Oh, I love my city, man.
I love Brownsville, but it's
It's
no growth, no.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's the same people. It's the same thing every fucking day, every weekend. There's no growth.
It's a small town.
Super small town. It's small, but it's big too. It's like it's like a small big city. It's the 13th biggest in Texas, I think.
Population wise, or like area?
Might be.
Oh, probably population.
Population.
Dang.
Houston's huge, bro. Do you know that Houston is like, so you take San Antonio, split it in half, you add that to San Antonio, that would be Houston. But San Antonio
In terms of like area,
Houston's
that big?
It's like almost 650, like I don't know how many square feet, millions, I think I would say.
Yeah, it's
millions. I don't know about millions, thousands.
It's about people?
Square feet.
Oh,
the people is a million for sure.
I don't know. I didn't realize it was that big.
It is really big.
Because San Antonio because everything here is interstate.
Oh, it's far.
Everything here is interstate.
It sucks, bro. Honestly, like I love San Antonio, but it is so hard to be like, oh yeah, let's go.
Everything's
like
20-minute drive.
20 minutes.
Everything's a 20-minute drive.
Really, bro, like I go to Austin all the time to go visit my girlfriend in Round Rock. Every time I make the drive out, I have to go towards like the northeast side of San Antonio.
Yeah, to get out.
Just for me leaving work to get to the northeast side, that's already been 30 minutes. It's already been 30 minutes. And I'm like, dude, why? Why can't I just go straight up? Yeah, why can't I go straight up and be good? Like solid.
Yeah, if you were far west and you go to the far east side of San Antonio, that's it. In that time it takes you that, you could probably get very close to Austin if you could just go
100%.
straight up. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, for sure.
It's weird.
Did you see that Elon Musk wants to make a connection with Austin and San Antonio, like an underground train thing?
Yeah, I saw that.
That would. Elon Musk is on to some shit, bro.
I'm a fan. Look,
you have to be.
Yeah.
You're an astrophysicist.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's a very divided community, the astrophysics, because some people don't like it because the way he's going about it, because he does what he wants, which I admire that.
I mean, yeah, he has the money for it.
Yeah, because
he worked for that. You know what I mean?
Exactly, because people don't know there's a lot of politics in science. A lot of politics.
Really?
Oh, so much politics in science, and so like if I want to, let's say I'm on a grant from the National Science Foundation, right?
Uh-huh.
And if I want to do something project-wise or want to propose, I have to submit this proposal. Some people I don't know who they are, some strangers review the proposal. They either accept it or deny it. If they accept it, I got to jump through all these hoops to get the money, and then I got to like keep them updated. It's all these hoops you got to go through. Elon Musk, if he wants to send something into space, he owns the infrastructure that just do it whenever he wants.
Wow, so
he has funding.
He funds himself.
He funds it himself. It's just really just money, but he has the ability to just do it.
That's awesome.
He wants to terraform Mars. He doesn't have. I think he's trying to get NASA and some people involved. He doesn't have to though. He can just, if he wants to. Now, besides the nukes, he has to get nukes from the government, but he wants to nuke the north and south pole of Mars. It's going to vaporize the ice that's under the the surface of Mars, and then that would therefore induce a atmosphere in Mars. That's the plan. Besides the nukes, take the nukes out of the equation, but he can do that whenever he wants. Now, if you were a regular American citizen,
No
no shot.
There's no shot.
No shot.
No shot in the world.
Even if you had the nukes, there's no shot
There's
because you
literally
got to
no
get
shot.
clearance through all these people. You have to have NASA to send it out there. You got to get approved by.
That's crazy. I never thought about it like that.
Oh, it's so many parts. Like there's this one thing I actually had to do for a project where they're building these giant telescopes, and you need to have them in high altitudes because the atmosphere kind of makes images blurry. The atmosphere interferes because it has a thickness versus if you're in space, there's no atmosphere. You don't have to worry about. Well, you want them as high as you can to have an atmosphere, right? Well, places for that are like Hawaii, Chile, however you want to pronounce it, high up in the mountains. Well, the problem with doing it like Hawaii is you're talking about building something on sacred land to the native people there. Politics.
Damn.
Because then you get the
it's always something.
Yeah, then you get the people that are all for, those people's sacred land. Like, oh, we shouldn't build on this land. That's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair at all. And then you got people that are super pro science, like, well, we'll compensate them with this, but we gotta build there to get these pictures.
Yeah. You know what this reminds me of? Especially he's talking about Elon Musk. He has a SpaceX there in Boca Chica Beach right there in Brownsville.
Oh, really?
So there's a SpaceX place there in Brownsville. They just made it a few years back. I remember when they first came up about it, came up with the idea and all this stuff. Some people were like, "Oh, cool! Like, we'll bring jobs to the city, all this stuff." Like, people were for it. But then a lot of people started thinking, "Oh, what about the wildlife? You're on a beach. Like, Boca Chica Beach is a beautiful place that I went to every summer for my birthday. We go to a fishing tournament every year since I was a kid for as long as I can remember. So that place is amazing. That place is really nice for the people of Brownsville, people of the valley, and all that. It's a really nice beach. Like, it's not South Padre, it's right across from it. Right. It's still a beach that you can enjoy and go fishing and have fun. But SpaceX is there now. And so a lot of people were kind of worried about the wildlife because there's so much wildlife out there. Out in the open. So they made it, they made it there. Now they do launches there and stuff.
Is SpaceX trying to be cautious of the wildlife still, or
I don't know whatever came about, what was the solution for it or anything. I would hope so. I mean, that sucks.
I know a lot of these big companies they're trying to be more thoughtful because I know Amazon, they're planning on being carbon neutral.
Wow.
Or it's either carbon neutral or completely emission free, in the next few years. I'm pretty sure. Because they're gonna start using all electric vehicles, electric this, electric that. So we'll see.
Crazy, man. What is insane? It's been a good podcast talking about a lot of different topics around here.
Yeah, it's been a good one. And then the next one we're gonna have the whole gang on.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, that's the plan. Me, you, Britt, and Paul. I gotta figure out how the scene is gonna work, but
that'd be pretty cool. Just
talk shit,
Yeah, no, shoot the shit.
Like, Britt, did you drink your down of water? Did you do your shit? She used to hate hearing me say that.
No, seriously. How about them kids, man? She's fucking she's the coach of the baseball team.
Oh yeah. She's coaching stuff now. She's about as dark as me now.
But she's dark.
Hey, she's catching
up, bro. Look at me in this foot. I look white. I'm not. Honestly, I'm not this white.
No, it's the lighting. I'm working with the lighting, but
I'm tan.
Cause I was gonna turn that off, but it's then you can't see me, cause I'd have to sit behind this jersey. All right, Jerry. I appreciate you.
Sir, I appreciate you, bro. This has been sick as fuck. We've been trying to do this for a while.
Oh yeah, we've been playing for a minute, but
I feel like even after this, I'm gonna be like, damn, I should talk about this. I should talk about this. So eventually, we can just do another one.
Yeah, let's do another one.
For sure.
Got a year and a half to get as many in as possible.
Bitch, why do you gotta say it like I hate that where your life's gonna be in a year and a half.
Hey, I might be in Florida. I'm looking at postdocs for Florida.
What do you mean?
I'll explain it off there, but I appreciate you guys for listening, watching, and this has been my boy Jerry. We out.
Later, guys.
I'm gonna chase my dreams. My life has